Hey everyone, I'm Armor Gaming, welcome back to my channel and welcome to Monster Legends. Hopefully you were able to get Thunder, hopefully you were able to get Thunder at rank 1. What I'm going to be doing in this video, and I know I've done a lot of these videos, but in case you're new to my channel or new to Monster Legends or new to maze events, you're going to see how to effectively get maze coins. The formula is very simple, but the reason I'm making this video again right now is because I want to make sure that people get Santerion because he is an incredible Forsaken monster. He starts the game off with Status Caster, even if he's unranked, Status Caster Megatons, and then if you manage to get this monster to rank 1, which is totally possible, you will be able to get Santerion with Megatons as a trait, because at rank 1, his trait goes from Status Caster Megatons to a Megatons, which making him the first monster to have Megatons as a permanent trait. So anyhow, the Gloomy Dome Maze has started. I'm kind of late to this, but it's okay, it's only about an hour or two. So let's exit out and let's click on the event so we can actually see it. Alright, so here we are at the Gloomy Dome Maze, and when you first log in, it even tells you everything you need to know. If you collect food, you can get 30 items. If you collect gold 30, you can get 30 maze coins. If you collect food, you can get 50. If you feed a monster, you can get 30. If you fight, you get 15. If you breed and hatch, you get 50. When you add up all of those amounts, you get 225 maze coins. The one thing the game doesn't tell you is how often you get this amount of maze coins. And the key number to remember is 4. If you log into the game every 4 hours and you do all of these tasks, you'll get 225 maze coins. So that means that if you were to log in 6 times a day, because there's 24 hours in a day, 6 times a day, you would get 225 times 6. And off the top of my head, I can't do that math right now. But I do know that if you log in 4 times, that's 900. So if you log in an additional 2 times, what? That's an extra 450. So 1350 maze coins a day if you log in 6 times a day. I imagine most players won't be doing that though. That involves you kind of missing out on sleep, or maybe you just sleep 4 hours a day and then you can do it. So it totally depends on the player. I think most players can probably log in 5 times a day, or maybe 4.5 times a day. Because if you do log in every 2 hours, you'll essentially get like half the amount. But anyhow, I am going to show you that this is true. I'm going to move around and do some of my collections and show you everything. So the first thing we're going to do is collect gold. You'll notice that when you first collect gold, you don't get any maze coins. That's because you're sort of initializing the action. So I won't get anything, but the next time I collect gold, that's when I'll get my items. So I'll do the same for food. As you can see, I collected and nothing happened because I initialized the event. And then what else do I need to do? I need to feed, right? I think my Wang Zhou needs to be fed a little. So we'll feed him once. I got 16. So I'll explain what happened right there, but let me just collect. No, sorry, not collect, let me feed. I got 5, so I'm at 21 right now. Okay, and then watch as I collect, and I get my 30, alright? And then, for collecting food, watch as I get my 50. Success. I'll go ahead and click repeat all. I'll go back to feeding. I think I'm at 21. So normally it doesn't happen that fast, but I'm missing 9, and I got 25, and then I got +2. So I got a little more for feeding specifically, and again I'll explain what happened in a bit. I'm going to see if I can get a bit more collect food, and a bit more collect gold. Alright, doesn't look like it. So essentially what happened right there is that because recently the festive dome maze ended, the one with Thunder, because I didn't feed my monster in over 4 hours from that event, but I initiated the activity, I was able to get the additional maze coins in this event. Hopefully that made sense. If so, definitely use it to your advantage anytime you have back-to-back mazes. If not, well, just remember 4 hours are you can get 225 maze coins every single 4 hours. Here, let's do Ruby Explosion. PvP, very simple. All you need to do is actually win the PvP event and you get your 15 maze coins. Also, you get to spin the roulette wheel. And when you spin the roulette wheel, you can get an additional 50 maze coins if you happen to land on it. You could also gem to respin. Just know that if you do gem to respin, nice, I got 50. Just know that if you do gem to respin for 1 gem, you can't spin on 50 and land it over and over and over again and it'll add up. Every time you pay 1 gem to respin, you are literally forfeiting the previous reward and now you're getting the new reward. So anyhow, that's my maze coins right there. Let's go ahead and do this. So the number 1 monster you want to hatch is Thunder Eagle. Always Thunder Eagle. And the way you can breed Thunder Eagle is by breeding 2 Thunder Eagles together, or Thunder Eagle and a legendary. If you don't have a Thunder Eagle, you can literally go on Thunder and you can buy him for 5k gold. He's not expensive at all. Definitely make sure to pick him up. He'll also be useful. Instead of selling the monster, I also recommend hatching the monster. It'll be useful for the race, which is going to be coming up. So let me go ahead and... oh wait, it's full, but that's fine. So I hatch my monster, then I'm gonna click repeat, and I get my plus 50. What I'm also gonna do this time around though is I'm gonna hatch over here, and let's see if it worked. Bam, 75. So you might be wondering, Armor, why'd you get 75 from this? So if you watch the live stream, I was telling everyone, hey guys, from the Unchained Breeding event, the Hookaway Unchained Breeding event, if you keep your monster in your hatchery and you wait until the maze event actually starts, and then you hatch it, you can get an additional amount of maze coins. So because this was a failure, you get 75 maze coins. If this would have been a Hookaway, I would have gotten 250 maze coins to start with. So another thing to keep in mind for future mazes, if you have back-to-back mazes and there's an Unchained Breeding event, not an Unchained Breeding event, if there's a breeding event that gives you 75 maze coins every time you fail, or 250 every time you're successful, and you know they're not going to be useful for the previous maze, save the monster in your hatchery until the next maze, because then you start off with more maze coins than you should. Now in this case I already have a good amount of Thunder Eagles hatched and everything, so I'm going to sell it just to show you I'll get my plus 50 maze coins. Success. So now when I click on the Gloomy Dome Maze, I have 516. So I took a big advantage by getting the extra from feeding my monster, excuse me. I got extra from feeding my monster, and then I got the extra 75 from the previous Unchained Breeding event. So nice, right? I started things off really strong. Now I know I am not gonna log into the game again. Well, I can log into the game, but I'm not gonna do any collecting, any feeding for 4 hours. And my indicator is this Thunder Eagle right here. Breeding will finish in 3 hours 15 minutes. So if I log into the game and there's 1 hour, it says breeding will finish in 1 hour, I know I shouldn't collect. Now, I also recommend you actually do all of your attacks. So let me actually go ahead and do that attack. Like the first one. And if you're wondering, Armor, how do you have such easy opponents? What's the secret? I thought you're supposed to be taking on really tough opponents. The secret is to put a very, very weak defense team so that it always loses. So that way, players with like level 100 monsters and really odd runes will beat you. And that way you can have super easy revenge battles. That is the trick. That is the secret. And just to prove that, I will show you my defense log right now. Let's see what I get. When it comes to respinning, I don't have an answer for this. I'm sorry I don't. Like, some people say respin and you can get a lot more maze coins. Every time I respin, I find myself not being lucky. Maybe you can set yourself like a hard limit, like I'm only going to respin up to 5 gems. If it doesn't work, I'll just wait until the next one. So that's that. You can also use this as a timer. So notice I have 0 attacks. And this is next point in 47. So I also know if I was to come into the game and I have 2 attacks and this is next point in 47 again, I would know that 4 hours have passed because it takes 2 hours for an attack to respawn essentially. So there we go. That is essentially all you need to know about how to get maze coins. And now to prove to you what's actually possible, if I go here, if I go to Vault, if I go to Thunder, check this out. I have 120 Thunder cells. 120 plus the 100 I have because I already hatch this monster. That is a rank 1 Thunder, a rank 1 Forsaken monster. So like I said, Santerion at rank 1, he gets Megatons as a trait, so you want to definitely take advantage of this. My last piece of advice is happy hour. The only time you should ever move is when there's a happy hour. However, not when there's a 20% happy hour like for the next 8 hours. You want to move when there's a 30% happy hour, which typically tends to happen when there's 1 day and 18 hours remaining left in the maze. Okay, that is a 30% discount. But before then, the only other time you want to move is when there's a limited edition pathway. When there's a limited edition pathway, a secret pathway will open up and you can get Santerion, or whatever the main monster is, at least at the time recording this video, and he'll honestly probably cost like 4,000 maze coins or 3,500 with the discounts. And there is a 10% discount during the first hour of the pathway and sometime in the middle. So that's the only other time you want to move. I recommend you move during the limited edition pathway to get the monster, and then you use your maze coins during the other discount just through the natural pathways. You can accumulate extra cells. That's exactly what I did, and that's how I was able to get Thunder. Very simple, and there's no secrets, there's none of that. It's literally, let me log into the game every 4 hours, let me do the secret pathway during the 10% discount, and then let me move during the 30% discount, and the last one during the 20% discount. Because the last hour of the event, there's a 20% discount. So anyhow, just to showcase again, my main account is starting things off pretty strong with 516 maze coins. Now I also want to prove it that it's possible on, like, it doesn't matter what account, it doesn't matter what level you are, by going on my baby account. So this is my baby account. As you can see, I haven't moved yet. I have 150 maze coins. I'm level 91. This is also the account that's 100% free to play. So if you're thinking like, oh, Armor, but like, it's because of this or that. No, that's not it. I should also mention there's a breeding event right now, But this breeding event is not like the other breeding events that give you 75 maze coins every time you fail, or 250 every time you're successful. That's going to happen in a couple days. So right now, you could choose to participate on this, but it might block up your hatchery. So you got to be careful what you actually start breeding and not breeding. Alright, so just wanted to throw that out there. Is there anything else? Gloomy Dome Maze. Yeah, I think that was it, right? Let me see. Sun Cookie. We have a Sun Cookie challenge. I don't think I need to talk about that. That's a progressive Violin. You essentially log into the game every 8 hours. You log into the game every 8 hours, you do your tasks, and you're good to go. Oh, he comes at rank 1, and there's going to be one for Krampus as well. So, honestly, you should not be focusing on the progressive Violin, and just by logging in every 4 hours and do your tasks, some of this will also get cleared, so then you can decide at the end if you want a gem to finish it and whatnot. Anyhow, let me exit out, and let me see if there's anything else before I prove, like, the whole everything else. Scrolling on. Nope, I don't think so. So, Rune Lord's event is going on, but that doesn't bother us. So yeah, I think we can just commence. So I'm gonna start with collect awe. I'm gonna go to collect my food, and I'm gonna collect my food. Once again, because I'm initiating the activity, I don't get anything. Alright, that's successful. And then we are going to go and find a monster to feed. I think I have some legendaries over here. I need to make a level 100 video on this guy. So let's feed. Alright, we're good. Again, initiating the event. So I've initiated everything. I might as well go ahead and do my PvP battles right now. Alright, defense. And look at my defense log. I've lost, because both accounts I do the same strategy. I put on common monsters so I can easily get beaten, so that the revenge battle is super easy, and I don't need to worry about taking on some super tough opponents. I literally take on easy opponents. So I recommend everyone does this. Set your defense to something very easy, so that you can easily win, get your 15 maze coins. It also helps other players that are doing the maze and they don't want to spend like 5 minutes on a battle. They can just kind of go bam right through it, and it's just super fast, super straightforward. I can literally click on revenge on anyone and it's going to be a successful. Like, this is awesome. Look at this guy. Thank you for putting such an easy monster that I can do one attack in less than like 3 seconds. I've already won. That is awesome. Get to spin my roulette wheel, and let's see what I land on. Alright, so I'm going to do an experiment. I'm going to spin. I'm going to say up to 3 times. Let's see if I can get anything. Come on, maze coins. Come on, maze coins. Come on, maze coins. Nope, I got a gold field. Let's try again here. Let's start it from here. Spin. Spin. Spin faster. Alright, let's see. So this is my second gem spent. And nope. We'll try again. And let's spin from here this time. Nice spin. Alright, I'm at 3 gems. Still no maze coins. Let's start from here. And what is that? My 4th gem spent, and still no. So again, like, I can't tell you whether or not you should spend the gems to respin. Is it worth it? Keep in mind we have a race going on. Keep in mind gems are valuable. It's hard to know whether or not. Look, see, nothing. Do I want to keep going? I don't know. I've already spent 5 gems. Didn't get anything. So at the end of the day, it's ultimately up to you whether or not you want to spend on that. Let me collect gold, and I'll get my plus 30. Let me collect food, and I'll get my plus 50. Let me. What's left? Feeding, right? Let me feed and I'll get my plus 30. Bam. Easy stuff. Let me hatch. Let me repeat. Let me sell. And bam, my plus 50. If I click on the Gloomy Dome Maze, I have 375. So it's my initial 150 plus the 70 plus the one my initial 150 plus the 225, that's 375. This is how it should be most of the time, right? If you click on the question mark icon, it tells you how many maze coins you can get. That's the 225 for doing all of the actions. Now on this account, I also waited for the Unchained Breeding event, so check that out. Got an additional 75, so I have a slight lead. I have a little slight advantage. What I would also recommend though, if you do want to do a breeding event, let me click on the breeding event. If you do want to participate in whatever current breeding event they have, just go for it. Just be a little smart about how you do it. So let's see, who can I actually breed on this account? Do I have Gorin? Gorin and Vada Magma. Let's see if I can do that. So if you are going to use one of your islands, one of your breeding tree or breeding hatchery, I don't have Gorin. If you are going to do it though, to do a breeding event, what you want to do on this other island right here is to breed that Thunder Eagle, and immediately after you breed a Thunder Eagle, breed a Pandakin. And then when you hatch that Pandakin, that's when you get your 50 maze coins. Otherwise, you're going to notice you might not get your 50 maze coins. Alright, so just be careful about how you do that. Just leave a hatchery open. Make sure you have 2 slots open as well. Yeah, there's going to be a breeding event where you get 75 maze coins every time you're successful, or every time you fail, and 250 every time you're successful. So stay tuned for that. Also, SocialPoint will probably have a monster wood for maze coins coming up, and they will also have a dungeon for maze coins coming up. So definitely be sure to do those as well. And let me think. I think that's pretty much it. I imagine the limited edition pathway will be released. What's today? Today is Wednesday. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It's honestly probably going to be released Saturday morning or like Friday. All of today, all of tomorrow, all of Friday. Yeah, like Saturday morning. Like typically 3 days after the event starts, that's when you start seeing the event. But I think that's pretty much all I need to talk about, right? That is how you successfully get Santerion at rank 1. Let me show you my progress, actually. Not my progress. Yeah, my progress for Thundier. So you saw my main account. My main account got Thundier. So I now just need to prove that even my baby account, which again is 100% free to play, and also to showcase that it doesn't matter what level you are, could also get any monster. So see, bam, 120 cells, and you're like, armor, what? But you didn't get it. You didn't waste coins during the limited edition pathway. Yes, I did, because if I go here, if I go to Thunder and I sort by legendary, check out who is in my hatchery, little baby Thundier. So I have the egg plus 120 cells. That is a rank 1 Thundier on both accounts. So there, I have shown that you can do it. So go out there and do it. This is all you need to know on how to get Santerion at rank 1. Best of luck to all of you. Be smart about it. It is possible. This is going to take persistence and hard work. But yeah, best of luck to all of you on this event. I wish you all the best of luck. And may you all get Santerion at rank 1. And even if you can't get him at rank 1, even unranked, he's a good Forsaken monster. So be sure to pick him up. Thank you everyone. Best of luck to all of you. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Thank you very much, and I will see you all next time.